2014 is a deadline year for a fully integrated electricity market. And what are the main issues for TSOs when they think about 2014, that is, well, in 1.5 years away from today?
One of the major issues we are facing today is to ensure that we are ready to deliver what is expecting from us. So we are really believing in the usefulness of having network codes that will be binding once they are approved in the comitology process of the European Union, because we absolutely need to apply the same rules in each member state at the same time. And 27 member states is not that easy to ensure that they will do it exactly the same way. The second thing we have is, of course, that we need to ensure also that we have the adequate infrastructure. Between now and 2014, only 2 years, so the best we can do is try as much as we can to achieve the infrastructure we have planned, and already now working to ensure that we will get everything we need, or as much as we need, by 2020.
And what about 2020, 2024? What will be the challenges for electricity market then?
If I project myself, let us say 2025, to avoid the 2020, I think generation with enough flexibility and enough generation to meet the variable nature of wind and solar energy is one of the major issues we have to work on between now and 2025. The second is that we absolutely need to have sufficient transmission capacity, because otherwise the market rules we are implementing by 2014 will not work the way we would like them to be working. And so when you talk about investments for 2025, you also think about how to finance them. And we need to ensure that the transmission system operators are attractive on the financial market, that people prefer to put their money in our companies to build the necessary infrastructure than in some other kind of activity. And this is a process where we need political as well as regulatory support.
What about the new transmission lines? And we have all these new technologies like new storage systems and smart grids. Maybe this would help to avoid building new transmission lines, especially that there is very often a lack of social acceptance towards creating the new transmission lines.
Well, I don't believe in a single silver bullet. There is no unique solution. We need all tools. Whether the smartness of the grid or the consumer, whether new technologies in storage still unknown today, whether cables with supraconductivity, everything is possible. The question is, when will it be available, and when will it be sufficiently rolled out in Europe to have an impact on the whole power system? And given the fact that electricity cannot be stored today in sufficiently large volume, we as transmission system operator, we are obliged to only take into account what we know, what exists today, what is field proven. So new technologies will have an impact on the market, on the system, but we cannot today bet on the fact that they will be available and will avoid what we need for the next 10, 15, 20 years.
The next FSR monthly interview will be published at the beginning of July 2012 on our website. Our next interviewee will be Joost Delbeke, Director General of DG Climate in European Commission.